Hello all, this is Pastor Brian, and I want to wish you Shabbat Shalom. That means a peaceful rest to you and yours. I have been requested to actually make a video or more for understanding and teaching in regard to the law of God. And I'm going to start off obviously with the law of God here and showing you that it's more than what many think it is. The law in and of itself, in Hebrew, it actually means instructions or teaching. In Hebrew, the word itself, it actually means Pentateuch or statute, and also as well as the Decalogue, which Yahweh spoke himself. And in the Pentateuch, it is the first 5 books in the Bible that Moses wrote, which contains also, as we look in our Bibles, the 10 Commandments. It's not a mystery. And we go into the New Testament. Actually, look at Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 5. It'll specify what the law of God is. The commandments, statutes, and judgments. It'll specify everything. And so we take it into the New Testament, which is Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 through 19. And we look at it, and Yeshua specifically said when he came that I come not to destroy the law and the prophets, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle shall by any means pass from the law until all is fulfilled. For verily I say to you, if anybody teaches against this commandment, they shall be considered least in the kingdom of heaven. And if anyone teaches for, they shall be considered great. And this isn't, my brethren, having a shack in the back. This is actually in order of things and how our God actually puts things in order and how he loves us more so, believe it or not. I know it sounds weird. Oh, he loves us all the same. Yeah. Well, Yeshua, when he came, he specified. And what he was referring to was the law as spoken as a Pentateuch. And the first 5 books, he said, I did not come to destroy the law or the prophets. And in this Pentateuch, he's speaking about what Moses wrote, the first 5 books. That is Genesis through Deuteronomy. He didn't come to destroy them. He also goes on to say that he didn't destroy the law and the prophets in the sense of the prophets being Isaiah through Malachi. And so this is a summation of the Old Testament. So you'll see this when it's referred to in the New Testament as the law and the prophets. It's actually a summing up of the whole Old Testament, the older portion of the everlasting covenant. And in the newer portion, Yeshua speaks about these things. We can see that also in the probably one of the greatest commandments besides the 2, which is actually the golden rule, what many call it. And he says that do unto others as you would have them do unto you, for this is the law and the prophets. And so to love others as you would have them love you is the law and the prophets, the Old Testament actually. So that actually is the summation of the law for today. You have a blessed rest, and we'll talk again soon. Shabbat Shalom.